So you find a wall like this, you get in your posture, right feet, lengthen, level, connect the dots. Then put in, it's like watch my heels, they stay on the ground, it's like I'm doing a push-up. But notice what you don't see this. I'm not sticking my butt out, and I'm not collapsing in, and I'm not doing this. I don't want to poke my eye out. Okay, so look, if I have very little lean right here, right? Everyone agree? Watch what happens. My body just starts going. But you're lifting, Dexter, you're lifting your heels. Keep your heels on the ground. Yeah, so you don't even trust her.
Yeah, so mine are coming off too if you don't have that.
Right. So you cannot sit here and practice this. You know what? It's like anything in life. When you commit.
Yeah, they come off.
Fall. Take 10
so
steps.
So if you start to, you just...
Then take 10 steps. And the reason so good. What's your name?
Dang.
Dan, come here. So, take that like 1 or 2 steps. Right. So here how much pressure goes in the ground because all she's doing is trying to stop. Right? So you don't want to try to stop.
Don't ever try and stop yourself.
Right. Not when you're leaning forward, unless you're going to fall on your face. Okay? I don't want you to hurt yourself. So here's the summary takeaway for the video. Is that the key is the posture. Okay? And you can go on Amazon, look up the book, chapter 4. It's all about this posture. Feet, lengthen, level, connect the dots. Notice I'm not sticking my butt way out. It's out just a little bit, but the heart's over. In fact, if I swing my arms, they're right over. Another thing is, if you have nothing in the way, if you drop your chin, you should be able to see almost the tongues of your shoes. Okay? Then bring the chin back up. Soften the knees just a little bit. Good. And focus on the core here. Number 1. Number 2 is from here. So the first thing in Chi running is posture. So it's all about when I'm out, the first thing I think is posture. How's my posture? Sometimes I'm running and I'll just do this. I'll lengthen when I'm out there, and all I'll think about is tall, 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 tall. The next thing is we think about our feet. We have to relax our feet to lean from the ankles. So then I start thinking, relax the feet, relax the feet, relax the feet. I have like mantras out there. I say these words over and over again. And then the last thing is lean. The 3 steps to engage in Chi running: posture, feet, relax feet, and lean. And just pay attention to your feet. How do they feel? You know, where are you landing? If you pay, you'll start feeling if you start heel striking. So I want you to just think that. Err on the side of a shorter stride. If it's quick enough, you won't lose any speed. Sometimes when people learn in the beginning, they slow down a little, but I'm telling you right now, I'm running the fastest I've ever run. And I'm the oldest I've ever run. So, you know, it's a nice feeling. When I was 44, I had my best race ever, and then 2 weeks later, I herniated my back out on a boat. I was lifting up like this big bucket of water, and I went to do it. I heard the crack in my back, and next thing I know, I couldn't even do anything for 2 or 3 months, and so it really forced me to take a whole different way to train. I was still Chi running, but I'm like, okay, now I have to come back slow. I have to pay even more attention, protect my back even more. And so here I am, 4 years later, no surgery, faster than ever. Do I still have little nagging back things? Sure do. You know, but I mean, I'm putting on 40, 50 miles, plus I'm putting 100 plus on my bike, plus I'm teaching yoga, plus I'm swimming. I mean, I'm just doing like full-time athlete, but amateur. So, but like I said, my goal is to help beginners, especially and intermediates. So the people that are just starting, people that want to get that new record and want to run forever. I have a lot of people that come in my group in their 60s, and they're like, you know what? I want to just give running one last shot because I've been running my whole life. I don't want to give up on it. And I had a 63-year-old miss his personal record in a marathon by 15 seconds last year. That's pretty impressive for, you know, he was psyched. It's like, oh my God, this has changed my life. So it's just something to think about, you know. I mean, the last thing I'll say is that every form is a paradigm, right? I could teach you there's Chi running, there's evolution running, there's the pose method, you know, and then there's just go out and run. But these forms that people teach, where it's like in yoga, there's Ashtanga, and there's Anusara, and you know, there's Bikram, and they're all different. Does one form work for every body, not the body itself? Maybe, maybe not. But Chi running it, I'll tell you, it's hard to get away from the physics. The physics are, if my body lines up with my feet, then everything's moving because the center of gravity is my body is in front of the center of gravity, which is just slightly behind me. That's physics number one. Number two is the less time I spend on the ground, the less energy I absorb and the less braking force. The less I get my heel out, the better I'm being to my body. I mean, those are just absolute physics laws. I can breathe better if I stand tall. You can't beat that no matter what. You could try, you can say, oh, well, I don't want to lean as much, or I want to try this. Go ahead. But I say, you know what, I will always go back and argue people on the physics. Beat the tell me why it feels better. The guy who says you're at sum total of all your injuries, he has a thing called tweakology. Because we were all kind of messed up from all our previous injuries, so we have to tweak some stuff. But you don't tweak the stuff that makes the most sense. You find other ways. Maybe your foot won't always land straight. That's fine, mine doesn't. That's okay. All I can do is work to get it better. Ski running principle is gradual progress. All good things take time. Don't expect to get good at this right away. Just go out and try to feel it. Just take one thing. Just go out there and say, engage core, engage core, engage core, engage core. Or just go out one day, tall, tall, tall. But if you notice, my steps are all short. Now, did you see when I was running with Sparky? Was I going slow? No. So it's not, my stride length though comes from picking up my heel and that swinging versus kicking out to make my stride. Okay? All right. I think I've given you a lot to work on. Let's go back. I got a card and stuff for you.